name is Torin Peterson. I'm a Bowdoin alum from the class of 2007. I started working with the Community Service Resource Center, now known as the Center for the Common Good, back in my junior year, and started then and was doing projects into my senior year. I started getting really interested in public service back when I was a freshman. I started taking education classes, actually took a class with Professor Doran, and I really liked it. It really got me passionate about public service. So I started doing the America Reads and Counts program my junior year, and then from there did several other projects. Went on a trip to New Orleans that same year. The next year I became an ASB leader to a trip to DC for working with hunger and homelessness. I was on the Common Good Grant Committee. I was still doing America Reads and Counts, and I was, just really trying as many projects as I could, just because I really wanted to experiment with that, and was still doing education, was doing my student teaching my senior year as well, so trying to get as much in as I could my last year, and from that I went off and worked at a high school in Boston, a charter high school known as the Match High School. If you're interested in it, I highly suggest you check it out. It's matchschool.org, matchschool.org. I was part of the Match Core, which is a one-year tutoring program. It's very intensive. You're working with about 5 or 6 students throughout the entire year, tutoring them every day, getting to know them really, really well. In fact, I just visited some of my students the other day, and they're doing well. And building those relationships with the kids and really pushing them to succeed. It was very, very, very fulfilling for me. It's a one-year program, but I stayed for a second year, and I just finished that. My second year was some tutoring, some administrative work. I also did an AmeriCorps program as part of that, where I worked at local Boston schools in Brighton and elsewhere around Boston in conjunction with working Match. So I really learned a lot from that. I did student teaching at Bowdoin, then went on to that and just learned so much about education. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking all of that and I'm doing the Peace Corps. In about a month, I'm going to be heading off to Jordan, and I'll be there for 2 months doing some intensive training with learning Arabic and getting to know the culture, living with a host family. And then for 2 years after that, I'll be in a rural village in Jordan, teaching and helping teachers in a local school, and just really being immersed in my community. I'm technically going to be a community development worker. So I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun and very challenging, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be keeping a blog online to let everybody know how it is going. So look out for that. And I'm very excited to be doing it, and I don't exactly know where it will lead in the end, but I'd like to eventually end up doing diplomatic work, international relations, something in that field, and I may go to grad school after Peace Corps, I'm not sure yet, but I feel that for me this is moving in the right direction in international relations, especially in the Middle East, so I'm very excited to get started.